to Emma. Welcome everybody. It's a warm one tonight, isn't it? We've got the fan, well, I kind of have the fan going, but it's behind Michael's. So Michael's got a fan behind him. Anyway. Give everybody a minute to join. Give us a little thumbs up, little heart. Say hi to Mikey. Mikey is on camera again tonight. So just let us know that you're here. We've got the vino, got the grape juice ready. Give everybody else joining. Well, who can, who wants to.
Hillary is watching. Your mum.
Hi Hillary, hello mum.
Lorraine.
Hi Lorraine.
Joan.
Hi Joan.
Diana.
Hi Diana.
Sharon.
Hi Sharon.
Joan.
Hi Joan.
You're Sarah.
Oh, hi Sarah. Hi Billy.
Sharon.
Hi Sharon.
Carolyn.
Hi Carolyn.
Annette.
Hi Annette. Hi, so your quilts, they look fab. They look really nice.
Carol.
Hi Carol.
Judy.
Hi Judy. Right.
Leslie.
Oh, hi Leslie.
Dawn.
Hi Dawn. Hi Dawn.
Christine.
Hi Christine.
Jane.
Hi Jane. Oh, get a little bit started. I've got a couple of bits, orders of business to start off with. Nothing, I'll get serious, but...
Debbie is watching.
Oh, hi Debbie.
Susan is watching.
Hi Susan.
Another Susan is watching.
Hi Susan.
Brenda.
Hi Brenda. Quilting frames have been ordered, so those of you who are waiting because they're out of stock.
Jackie.
Hi Jackie. Hi Jackie. So...
Diane.
Hi Diane.
Terry.
Hi Terry. I will have some frames, square frames, which are 11 inches by 17 inches, so rectangular. Those should be here soon. And then the square ones, the small 11 by 11 and the bigger 17 by 17, those won't be back again till September because the supplier's out of stock as well, and that's when they're coming in. But if you need one in the meantime, the 11 by 17 will be it's in between the two basically, so it'll be half of each. So you can have a nice long rectangle. That'll be perfect for borders actually.
Sandra is watching.
Hi Sandra.
And Debbie says she loves the hive panel.
Oh yay. Yeah, I put that picture out. I finally got it. I need to get it quilted. I finally was able to put it out on the lawn to take a picture today because it wasn't so windy. But yeah, oh, I'm glad you like that.
Laurie is watching.
Oh, hi Laurie. So that's the frames. I've posted another order for the Hawaiian patterns, so that's the 2 fabric applique patterns. So I've got all your feedback from all the patterns that I put up, so I will have new ones in, so those will be fresh new ones, and I'll have restock of the ones that I already carry. So if you're looking for the catnap one, the dog and daisy, sailboats, some of the other ones, the leaves that got sold out, those will be back in stock as well, plus some new ones. And I've got some lovely Christmas fabrics that I think will go really well for some of those, which I'll show you.
Ross is watching.
Oh, hi Ross. Oh, and then the attic window. That's the last bit. Attic window literally got delivered today, and a lot of people have already ordered them. This is the night one, so it's a Robert Kaufman fabric. It's called My Happy Place, and it's night. I've got a day version of it coming as well. I've ordered more today as well, so I'll have more of this. So if it gets sold out, I've got another bolt of each colour coming as well. Not the coordinates. The coordinates I won't have more coming. So if you want those, you've got to get those in now. But I'll have more of the panel coming, and it's yardage. It's not strictly separated into panels, so you can have as much or as little as you want. This piece is 3/4 of a metre, and that is roughly what you'd get for a panel.
Sue, Sheila, and Cheryl are watching.
Oh, hi Sue, hi Sheila.
And Cheryl.
And Cheryl. So if you want it wider, you can go have it wider by all means, or if you want it narrower, you can have that as well. But 3/4 is about what you'd need if you want to replicate a panel. So that's that one. And then what we're doing today. Wow. This is Dawn. You can thank Dawn for this one actually, because I've got the attic window pattern that I did. Let me hold up the pattern. because you can use that pattern for any attic window. But this is the quilt that I made with it, which I forgot to show you when we did the virtual quilt show. And this panel fabric is another Robert Kaufman that was printed the same as this, so selvage to selvage, and it's just a 3/4 metre piece that I've cut up, and that's what the instructions are for. But you don't have to do it this way, so you could just do the attic window bit in the middle if you want. And then today I thought I'd show you the leaves, show you how to do the leaves, because Dawn made this, but she wasn't keen on the leaves around the outside, so she used the leaves for a table runner. Oh, Monty. So I thought I'd show you that.
Jeanette is watching.
Oh,
Diane
yeah.
says she sees totes bags.
Oh yes.
Eileen is watching. Jackie says she loves the panel. Looks even better hung there.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. It is really gorgeous.
Karen is watching.
Oh, hi Karen.
And Gail is watching.
Hi Gail. So these are some of them. These don't have their stems yet, but these are some that I made from the Moda Ombre fabric, which is the same I used on this one. The blue of the leaves was the Moda Ombre as well.
Sarah is watching.
Oh, hi Sarah.
And Carol says the attic window quilt is fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so the patterns are online, so you can download it as a PDF, £5, no shipping. You'll just download it straight to your computer and print it off, and you can have it tonight. Or I do have printed versions as well, which are £7.50, and then obviously a little bit of postage, with the postage on top of that. But what I thought you could do with these, which I will do, I'll finish these up and I'll put a picture later on, is you can just sew these end to end and make them into, add some border, make them into a table runner. So that was my autumny feeling one that I will finish up and put some pictures of. But I've got some new, which I haven't shown you yet, wintry, Christmassy type fabric in as well. And this is all glitter. This one's glittery, but it's not the thick glitter, so it won't come off. It doesn't rub off. So that's pine cones. I think this is called frosted pine cones. It's a John Loudon fabric, so they're pretty reasonable. This is the frosted boughs that I had in, the blue frosted boughs that I had in last year, which I've got in stock again. And then this is a navy blue with some silver. It's mottled, it has some mottled bits on there, but it also has some silver highlights in there as well. So I thought I would use these to make a leaf as well, for a wintry type leaf. Oh, and I've got some lovely, if you look on there, I've also got this in a lovely bottle green, and I've also got a green and a red paisley. So it's a green or a red background with gold paisley over the top, gold pattern. So those, I think some of these will be fantastic for those Hawaiian, this one especially, for that Hawaiian, the candles one, or even some of the others.
Karen says she got her bee panel and fabric this week.
Oh,
thank
fabulous.
you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks
Love the
for your
leaves. Cutting a dress out at the moment.
Oh.
And Lori says,
Nice.
oh, love a bit of glitter.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. And I'm well, our tree, well, my bits of the tree are blue and silver. I've always had blue and silver since I had a tree, since I left home. But yeah, I like a bit of blue and silver for Christmas.
Jackie asks, would the navy blue go with the panel?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's have a look. So
Hang on, let me get a close-up on
the
this.
panel doesn't have any glitter in it, so you could add a little bit. It would add. It certainly is the right sort of shade of blue. Definitely. I haven't had a chance to look at what else I've got that would go with it, but I do have plans, a pattern plan for this as well. But you've got some lovely purples, teals, greens in there that would go really well with it. I'll have to see what else I've got that would coordinate. And the poppies along the bottom, I love them. Right, for leaves. So the leaf pattern, and this is the same, if you remember from the virtual quilt show, the big autumn leaves one that everything went from red down to yellow, so red, orange, yellow. This is the actual diagram of what the block looks like finished. And so you need some rectangles. You're going to need 6 rectangles cut from your leaf colour. So I've gone with 2 of the silver ones and 4 of the blue ones.
Karen says she missed the beginning. Is the leaf a PDF and is it on the website? Yes, it is, and you can download it from your website.
Yes, yes. It's the attic windows pattern. It comes in a PDF or a printed version, whichever one you prefer. This is what it looks like. This is not in colour. This didn't get printed in colour, but you'll get the colour one if you order it, either the PDF or the printed one. And yeah, if you just search attic windows, the pattern should come up.
Hannah is watching.
Oh, hi, Logan. And then you've got, if I show you, you've got some stencils in the back as well. Now these bits, background and leaf tip, are for the very tip of the leaf. And it's the only bit that you need to make a template and cut them out. And it includes the seam allowance. So, this is what I've done. I've drawn them out onto acetate and cut them out, so just regular plastic acetate. I'm pretty sure that's in the haberdashery as well. And let's see, I think, did I mark this one? I can't remember. This is the fabric I'm going to use for the tip. Oh yeah, so I've already drawn this one out, so you literally just put it onto your sandpaper or your multi-mat if you've got it. Put it down, put your little shape down and literally just draw around with either a friction pen or a pencil, whichever one you prefer. And that bit you are going to cut directly on the line because the shape includes the seam allowance. Oh, that's not the scissors I want. That's not the scissors you're looking for. So this is the only bit that you need to cut like this, trace and cut. All the other bits you can use the rotary cutter for and your ruler. Sorry, this is a bit of a boring bit. It's hard to know how much to do in advance because I want to be able to show you what it will look like on the fabric when it's marked. But I need to do my background now as well. There. Oh, and this is the silver version of the blue frosted bows, which I had in stock last year, which is back again now.
Tony says, once again, I've got fabric envy. Laugh out loud.
Oh.
I've totally lost my sojo
Oh, no.
at the minute. I got April, May, and June on my temp quilt cut and bag,
nice.
ready to hand sew, but it just isn't happening.
Ah, but it will. It will. I think for me, when the weather changes, I start itching to make things again as well, especially knitting. September time is usually my month to want to start knitting something. So.
Pat and Nancy are watching.
Oh, hi Pat. Hi Nancy.
And Lorraine says, never boring.
Oh, thank you. So these are my background squares. I've got 6 background squares. I'm going to use the dark blue for the background. And all I've done, using my little handy dandy ruler, just marking straight across from corner to corner, just a line, because that's where you're going to sew across. That's going to be your sew line. There we go. That's those. Put those aside. And take my blue again. Now I'm going to draw the background pieces I need to go on either side of that tip. So this is my leaf tip, and then this is the triangle shape. I need one to go on this side and one to go on that side. So I have to reverse them. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Actually, let's do it this way. And you can get as close as you want because you're going to cut on the line, so it's not like American American hand piecing where you have to make sure you leave a 1/4 of an inch around your shape.
Christine is watching.
Oh, hi Christine. Oh. Don't move. Oh. Don't move. There we go. That's that way. Now I'm going to reverse it so it's that way. So I've got one going each way. And I can put it right next to it. Oh, I need to move that a little bit then. Not be exactly. You can interlock them to save on fabric as well. So if you're doing more than one, you'll just make them into rectangles. So if I was doing more than one, I would just move this around, draw another triangle there, and I've got two. And then another one here, and I've got two. I'll have two pairs. So a bit of cutting. If you're very good, you can actually cut these out with a rotary cutter as well. But I think you've got to have the steady hand of Charlotte Newland to do that.
Susan is watching.
Oh, hi Susan.
And Diamond replying to Tony, I feel the same, haven't sewn any since the end of June.
Well, don't beat yourself up. It's like a little sewing holiday. You can live vicariously through me. I've quilted 2 quilts this week for other people, although I haven't done any sewing for myself. So it'll happen. You'll get it back. You'll find something that really inspires you. Come on.
And Jeanette says she put the sewing to one side as had knitting for babies to do.
Oh, yay!
And Sally is watching.
Baby knitting is fun. Although I've tried to, I made 2 attempts to try and knit my granddaughter a cardigan, and I've taken so long that she's outgrown the size I've been knitting, so I think I have to undo again and do a much bigger size because she just seems to be growing big. Right then, now everything's here, what we need. So if I show you what the plan's going to be, roughly. I wonder if I can do it without my... That's going to be in the middle. And then there and there I'll have a rectangle. That's going to be a rectangle there.
Margaret and Kathleen are watching.
Oh, hi Margaret, hi Kathleen. Oops, that fan isn't helping. Well, actually, you know what? I might just switch these around now that I'm seeing it like that. I might put that there actually instead. So I know they're just looking like rectangles at the moment. They will turn into pointed leaf shapes. There, and that goes there, that goes there. And then I've got my 6 squares. So that's, I'm going to sew that on there.
Jeanette says always go one size up.
Yeah. Definitely with this one. So when I'm sewing these squares onto my rectangles, that's what's going to give me my pointed shape at the end. And the only thing is, you do have to make sure that you have them going in opposite directions. So you can see I've got that one going that way, that one going that way. These are both opposite. Because if you do them all the same way, it's not going to work. My machine. Oh, it's not plugged in. There we go. There we go. So, all I'm going to do with these is literally sew across that line. The only bit to remember is you're going to want to make sure that your lines go in opposite directions. I'm going to do a little back because I was started off a little bit in the middle. Oh, don't chew, don't chew. There we go. There, just like that. So I'll just continue with all of these. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention. So I have actually done a video tutorial on the attic windows quilt. It was the last demonstration I did for Sewing Quarter, and it is on the YouTube channel. The only bit I didn't really get to do was these leaves, so now you're getting to see that bit. But if you bought the pattern and you want to have a video tutorial for the attic windows part of the pattern, yeah, just go on YouTube and look that out. And even though that pattern is written for the walk on the path fabric, any fabric that is printed selvage to selvage, like the Dutch houses are, will work for that pattern. Oh, and I did find, if you want to recreate that quilt, if you're quick, I did find about 3/4 of a metre left of the blue of exactly that panel in the shop. So it should be online. If you're quick, you might be able to pick up the last 3/4 metre piece.
Jeanette says, do you have the walking foot on?
I don't. Just what I call the flat foot. So just my normal one for this. I only use the walking foot when I'm attaching binding, or I'm quilting, or if I'm sewing jersey, I'll use the walking foot. There. So those are all done. Now I'm going to trim them. Now you can do a rotary cutter or you can do scissors. Just have to remember that this is the bit that you need to cut off. So I'm just going to trim 1/4 inch.
Your brother is watching.
Hello, Simon. How's the little man?
Jeanette says she bought the attic window but hasn't had time to start it yet.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely it'll keep, because I'm pretty sure Robert Kaufman will put out quite a few fabrics like this, and even the embroidered one that I showed you last week, which runs selvage to selvage, that one would work. Which I still need to finish that one as an attic window.
Alison and Linda and Anne are watching.
Oh, hi Alison, hi Linda, hi Anne.
And Barbara.
Oh, hi Barbara. I'll do a little bit of pressing in a minute. You'll see what I mean by making sure you put them, hopefully, if I did it right, opposite directions. We shall see. Yeah, do a jump. And these. Oh, I haven't put the tails on those. I haven't put my stalks on those because I'm going to wait until I see where I want to place them, which way I want to place them, because you can do your tails go in either direction, your stalks go in either direction. And sometimes it's nice to mix them up.
Jeanette and Jen are watching.
Oh, hi Jeanette. Hi Jen.
Jen.
Oh, Jen, sorry. Oh, that one's going the opposite direction, that's good. That one's going the opposite direction, so that's good. These might work too, let's see. There. There. So this is what I mean by, you're going to have 3 pairs really. So you can see how they're all going there. So you're going to need 3 pairs that look like that. It doesn't have to be those colours, but they need to be, make sure you've got 3 of each going in each direction. That's about it. So let me recreate that. Leave that bit go there. Start this bit. So I said I was going to have blue there, didn't I? Blue.
Laurie says it's also hot in Illinois.
Oh.
Illinois. Okay.
Oh. I can imagine. Oh, you went home.
As her family has told me. As her family has told her.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you, no, she's not there. Gotcha. Yes.
It's probably muggy and humid. Proper muggy and proper humid.
It is proper humid like in here.
No, it's not. Mandy is watching.
Oh, hi Mandy. There. So you can see that. That is basically, other than my tail, which I do have. So my tail, what I've done is I've traced out my stalk onto Bonder web and then put it onto some blue. So I'm just going to cut this out. I'm using my ratty scissors for this because I don't want to use my good scissors to go through the fabric and the paper.
Yeah, I agree, Laurie. She says air conditioning weather. Oh. Yes. Can't live in the States without air conditioning.
No. In some parts. We never had it in Oregon.
No, you didn't, because Oregon's climate's pretty much like the UK's climate.
It got pretty warm in the summer, but it wasn't muggy.
Well, it gets warm. It gets warm here, but it doesn't get muggy.
Yeah, so that's going to be like that. Just like that. Now, the other tricky part is this bit. See, because you will see this line, this seam, isn't exactly the same length. So your blue one is going to be longer than your silver one, or your background is going to be longer than your tip. So what you need to do, and this helps, is just measure about 1/4 inch. You want to overlap that little bit of a triangle by about 1/4 inch, because you want your 1/4 inch seam allowance to start right here in this V. You can also adjust it. I'll remove change my foot.
Maddie is watching, and she loves your dress.
Oh, thank you. Okay, see, but this was a cheap £10 H&M bargain buy. I'm still debating whether to cut it up and change it a little bit, but I thought the belt might. I did the belt. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Sally Ann is watching, cheering you on. It's a warm one.
It is a warm one.
And Christine says, "Come to Glasgow. It doesn't get warm."
We did that. We weren't.
No, we didn't go to.
No,
I've been to Glasgow.
I've been to Glasgow. Well, yeah, I've been to Glasgow.
Since we've been here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went for work.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, me and Michael went to Scotland for holiday 3 years ago now. It was our 10th anniversary.
Pre-COVID times.
Yes, pre-COVID times. Lovely week spent up there.
Dorothy is watching.
Oh, hi Dorothy. There. So that's what it's going to look like. I'll trim this bit off. Now you will have quite a bit. I'm just going to press it. You will have quite a bit of bulk at the tip, which will need to be trimmed off. But you see how that makes a nice flat. You want this piece to be about 3.5 inch square, same as this basically. That's what you're aiming for. It's for it to end up being a square. So I'm just going to overlap that. But don't worry if it looks a little bit funny at the tip. It will look a bit funny. Just measuring that, making sure it's 1/4 inch. And my needle is going to go. My needle is right in the V, right there, right in the tip of the V, right at the bottom of that V. careful to stretch it out because it is on the bias along that line. So don't pull it and don't stretch it, just let it feed itself. There. There you go, so you'll see that it does end up being a square, but you've got quite a bit to trim off at the top there. Trim that. There, trim that. Yeah, so that will look like that. Now, the construction, you can do it however you want. What I tend to do is separate things into strips. So you've kind of got 3 strips going on here, if you see what I mean. 3 rows. Like you put together a quilt. So I'm going to sew all those together to make a row, sew these together to make a row, and then sew these. I'm going to sew this one first, because that's the odd one out. And it's just a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I've got plenty of
And Jeanette says it isn't hot in Durham.
Oh. Durham's nice. I've been to Durham once, so I went to on the train. You'd like Durham.
Yeah, I know it would.
Press that one out. There we go. Leave that off for now. I'm going to put that on last because it doesn't have a seam allowance, so it'll just go on the top. You can do needle turn applique with that shape as well if you want to, instead of just doing bondeweb, but bondeweb is easier.
Lorraine asks, what are your favorite trimming scissors, the little ones?
Oh, these ones, these are Fiskars. I honestly don't remember where I got them from, to be honest with you. I think they may have come with something. I tend to like Fiskars scissors. They're pretty good. I do have some nice Fiskars little ones, which are a little bit bigger than this, which have a nice pointy tip, which are really good for snipping into things, especially if you keep them for just that.
Sandy is watching.
Oh, hi Sandy.
And Lori says it's been hot in Lowestoft today.
Oh, nice, all the stuff. Yeah, I've been there for ages. Is there still a theme park there? That's what I'd like to know. You used to see it advertised all the time. Me and Mum took me once. Pleasurewood Hills. It was an American theme park. And the one thing that me and Mum remember the most is that there was all kinds of places to eat. It was like, yeah. It was food. Never seen so much food.
What's an American theme park? Is it a theme park about America? Or?
I think it was just American themed because it had like American food things and had a bear. I can't remember.
A bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laurie might know. If it's still there, it was in Lowestoft. That was in the 80s though, so it may not be there anymore.
Steffi is watching.
Oh, hi Steffi. Just going to put this into here. Normally I would chain stitch multiples of these, but I'm just going to do one row at a time so you can see. But once you get the hang of it, you can, oh, that goes there, that goes there.
Lori says yes, it is still there.
Oh.
And Lynn says it's 42 Celsius in Surrey this afternoon.
Oh, wow. Wow. So whoever is doing temperature quilt there will definitely probably need to add some temperatures, some colours. Yeah, I think my car was 34 today. And if that is what it actually registered, I will have to add at least one colour.
And Allison says it's so hot here in Morelands, I still have the desk fan on. Oh. I've been trying to keep the kitchen cool all day for the dogs. Oh. I don't do heat either. And Sarah says, I went to the American theme park in the 90s. There was a great roller coaster.
Oh yeah, I went with Mum, so I must have gone on rides. Mum wouldn't have gone on rides with me very much. I just remember. Because me and Mum went on holiday to near Yarmouth. That was a nice holiday actually.
Belinda is watching.
Oh, hi Belinda. And we'll just try and stitch these two. So we can just do one seam. Yeah, so maybe, hopefully, these frosty colours are cooling people off a little bit.
It's too early to think about winter.
It is too early to think about winter. Although I have to admit, autumn is my absolute favourite, and the weather lately, in the mornings especially, has been feeling a little bit autumny. It's still warm, a little bit fresh.
Still saying that, 4 more months to Christmas.
Shh! I don't think about Christmas till December 1st. And then you have it. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Not bad. I actually do have a nice tree, abstract tree panel fabric, Moda one, that I was going to make into an attic window, which might work really well with these colours. I have to dig it out. There. So those are my 3 strips. Now I'm going to put that onto here. Actually, I should have pressed that the other way. So that they sit in the middle. There we go.
Karen says she loves winter. It's never too early to think about winter.
Oh.
And Lori says I should wash my mouth out with soap for mentioning the C word.
Yes! See? Yeah. These are just wintry fabrics. They aren't strictly the C word fabrics. And I could live in autumn year round. Love autumn. Come on. Yeah, and these are terrible scissors. And that one's pressed out wrong too, so that needs to go that way. There we go. So it nests. There we go. paper up. And I would do a blanket stitch. Or you can just do a straight stitch depending on how fancy you want to get. To stitch around there. Where it needs to be.
Barbara says she's still got her window to finish.
Oh yes, we need to do that. We need to have a sewing day in the garden to do that. So there we are. And actually, so you could have multiples of them to make a table runner, or you could just have one and add a little bit more of this blue to make a placemat, or have it in the middle. You know how I like offset, I'd have it offset. But for those of you who like the middle, you could add more, make it in the middle.
Jackie says she's looked for the attic window pattern at the shop, but it only shows the PDF.
Okay. I'll have to, as soon as we've got done, let me have a look and fix it, make sure it's available for everybody to see, because I can see it when I go in, but that might not necessarily mean that it's available for everybody, so let me double check on that. But yeah, it should be there. If not, I will fix it. It's just a setting.
Yeah, it's just a setting.
I'll just fix it immediately after we get done, so you can have a look. But yeah.
And Sheila said that was really lovely. Before you add the stem, it looked like an ice crystal.
Oh yes, a lot of people have said these look like flowers to them. So you could do them in completely. So you could do this bit in green to make the sepals, and then different colours, maybe yellow for the stamens here, and another colour here. Make them into flowers instead. It could be like a lotus flower. It's very. I love this pattern. I love it as a leaf because again I love autumn. That's why I did the massive quilt of them. But it's a really nice versatile pattern. Yeah, hopefully you like that. Does anybody have any questions? Just let me know. Anything you want to see for next week? Because I haven't decided for what's happening next week yet. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. Unless you've got some questions. I need a drink. It's getting warm. See what else. Yeah, I'll have to find out that motor panel as well. Because that would make a nice attic window. That was the idea when I got it. Which is, it's all blues. It's not a pine tree. It's like a normal tree, but without any leaves on. And it's all blue and nice. So yeah.
Vanessa is watching.
Oh, hi Vanessa. So we're finishing a little bit earlier than usual, but enjoy. Have a good weekend. If you've got any questions, just message me. If you've got any suggestions for next week, message me those as well. And yeah, everybody have a good weekend, and I will see you next week.
One second. Okay. Caroline has a question. Or she says, can we see binding, please?
Oh yeah, yes.
And great demo, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
So.
I can do that, sure. Let me think. Oh yeah. Well, because I haven't bound my rainbow quilt yet, so I need that. So I can show you how to do that.
Jackie asks, is the temperature quilt still taboo?
Yes it is.
And Lynn asks, is there a pattern for this block?
Yes, it's part of the attic window, which I'll have to go and see to make sure you can get the paper pattern. But it's basically the attic windows, which you can make that quilt or any attic windows. But it includes the pattern for the block in here as well. So you've got that how to make the block, and then it's got your templates in the back as well that you need to copy for your background of the leaf tip and then your stem.
Barbara says, is that a panel on your wall?
Oh yes, oh yeah, you came in late. So, Barbara. This one came in today. Everybody has been loving it. It's called My Happy Place. It's Dutch houses. This is the night version. I'm getting the day version in at some point as well. And there's 2 fabrics that coordinate with it. So yeah, that is that one. I have got more of this and more of the day one coming as well. So I'll have 2 bolts of each eventually, but this one I've had quite a few orders. It's literally arrived today, got put online today, and I've already had quite a few orders for it. So if you want it, yeah, be quick. Especially of the back of the coordinating, because I won't be getting any more of that, but I will be getting some more of this one and the day one.
Sue says if you search for attic, it comes up with the PDF and paper copy.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so you just search the word attic, and then you'll get either, and it will be in colour, not in black and white like this. You can get a PDF version of it, which means you get, I think you get a PDF emailed to you, which you just download onto your computer, and then you can print it out immediately. Or you can buy a paper copy, and I'll get those sent out over the weekend, or if not, first thing Monday. So yeah, that's all included. Oh, and there's also on YouTube there is also the video instructions of how to make the attic windows part of this. And then tonight I thought I'd go into more detail on the leaves, because I didn't do that. I didn't get to do that on that one. So there we are. Okay. Enjoy, and I will see you next week. If you have any questions, ideas, message me. Oh no, we're doing binding. Yes, doing binding next week. And so I'll do the strip rainbow quilt. I'll show you binding. So okay.